What's up? This is BBall Direct. Welcome to my channel. I have not posted in a long time, even though I was doing like once every day. But yeah, I kind of got interrupted on one of my recordings, and I just didn't. I don't know. I just didn't have the motivation to keep going. Like I felt like that I should have just. I don't know. I just didn't really. Just got interrupted, and I don't have an editing software because I don't like the little watermark, and I don't want to pay for anything right now because I currently don't have a job, so it'd be kind of bad to pay a monthly for something when I don't have money. But I've been looking for a job real fast, so hopefully, I don't know, maybe this could become a little bit of a job. I would try to make a lot higher content. Kind of get annoyed of people who just like it's a whole thing about people I feel who are doing lazy content, but I can make that a different video on a different channel. But in the middle of the video I was recording was the midst of the LaMarcus Aldridge buyout, and I kind of had the same instincts as Blake Griffin, but I thought LaMarcus Aldridge could help a little bit more. LaMarcus Aldridge had improved his shooting, had improved his defense. I thought he was younger. Not younger. He might be older. I don't know, but he had improved his improved all his just improved as a player, and I felt like he could contribute more than Blake Griffin. But I kind of called it, and I pat myself on the back for that because Blake Griffin has been dunking, has been looking like his old self, and I kind of called it. I thought that Blake Griffin was just saving himself, saying, "Yo, I'm washed. Get me out of here." And now that he's on a good team, he's trying, he's dunking, kind of looking like his first year in Detroit, maybe last year in LA. But I had the same opinions kind of as when Blake Griffin got bought out and went to the Nets. I had the same opinion of LaMarcus Aldridge does not make the Nets a super team because they already were a super team. But now kind of this whole situation kind of helps him out. LaMarcus Aldridge has retired because of an irregular heartbeat. Let me look it up real fast. I don't want to mess it up. LaMarcus Aldridge. Oh shoot. LaMarcus Aldridge retirement. Type like a. Here we go. Why did LaMarcus Aldridge retire? Yeah, irregular heartbeat. I didn't want to mess it up. But it was good on him. Good on him for taking the initiative to say, "Hey, this could harm me." But he was so close to hitting big milestones, like the 20,000. He could have possibly won a championship, and that would have really compelled him into a Hall of Fame level. But now the Nets, they are down a roster spot, so they could look for other buyouts. They could look for G League guys off waivers. I think they kind of need a wing. No, actually, I don't know what they need. Because a lot of people were saying that the LaMarcus thing was going to just take minutes from Nick Claxton. And now Nick Claxton has been playing a lot of good minutes, and Spencer Dinwiddie could return, so maybe they don't need a guy. Maybe they just could get a defensive specialist from the G League, like Gary Payton II. He could have done a good thing for them. Just come in. He's hustling for the Warriors now, doing a lot of good defense. But that whole thing was kind of my opinion of Nets already a super team just because these guys were good it's because they were good like 3 years ago. They were both on an all-star team 3 or 4 years ago. So that's why there's a lot more hype around them going to the Nets than anyone else. But I didn't think it would really move the needle too much. I did think LaMarcus Aldridge could help. He seems like more of a veteran, more of a guy who's going to help players and mentor them. Blake Griffin, I don't know, he always has this little thing about like intentionally fouling guys and pushing them and then laughing at them when they get upset. That never really rubbed right with me. But but the Nets, Alize Johnson, they signed him from the G League. He has been doing pretty well. Brooklyn Nets. roster. Here we go. Yeah, so they have they got Alize Johnson. He's been getting picked up. Reggie Perry, I believe who it is. I don't know much about him, but I think he has been just giving minutes. Landry Shamet actually has done like big performances. Like last season, that's why the Clippers traded him, because they felt like he was just a shooter and he wasn't shooting very well. But there have been a lot of like KD, Kyrie, and Harden have played 7 games together, and it doesn't look like KD or Harden are gonna be back by the end of the season. But they have Steady Joe Harris, of course, Tyler Johnson, who I don't really know about him. He is a good defensive guy, apparently. I didn't know much about him, but Bruce Brown has been playing good. Spencer Dinwiddie could come back. Nick Claxton, they still have Reggie Perry, Alize Johnson, and then Chris Chiesa. Chiesa? Who knows, man? I don't know. But they all have everyone's been doing their parts, which is really good. So it's just like I think I'm gonna talk about the playoffs now, because that kind of goes in with what I was thinking of. Who can beat the Brooklyn Nets? Because you would think that that KD and Harden are out there, 2 best players, and now they're just playing with Kyrie Irving, who has been in and out of lineups due to personal reasons, due to small injuries that he's had. But so you think that they would fall down, but their role players have been playing their part. They have been going out there and they have an identity now. They're not just a star. They're not just a 2-star team. They have a lot of guys who are out there to prove themselves, prove that they can contribute, and prove that they are not ring chasing. Like Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin has been contributing. He's been playmaking, and he probably won't shake the narrative of just ring chasing. Neither will Harden or Kyrie or KD. It's just there's a lot of storylines in this. There's just a lot of Kyrie wanted to be his own man. That's why he went to Boston. KD, he wanted to prove that he didn't need a super team, but then he linked up with Kyrie. Harden, he has been known as a playoff disappointer, and now he got traded to probably one of the best duos that there is, and now KD and Kyrie has James Harden now, who was a MVP a couple seasons ago. So there was the Sixers, who have their new identity of they have a lot of shooters. Tobias Harris is playing the position he should be playing in 2021. Milwaukee has not been as good. They've been quietly pretty good. But it's just, can they beat them? Will Mike Budenholzer play Giannis 40 minutes a game? Will he put him on KD, guard the best player? Maybe he put him on James Harden, play him out of position. Who knows? But I think their best bet would be to play Giannis on KD, Chris Middleton on James, and then probably, well, it depends. I think you would have to put Drew Holiday on Kyrie because he's so shifty, and especially since Drew is a smaller guard, he can keep up with him. And Drew he's not that like bumbling big guy, kind of like what Brook Lopez is. He's a good rim protector, but he can't go out on the perimeter and guard without them getting by him. And it's the whole rest of the playoffs. The Knicks, they're going to put up a fight with their defense and their coaching, but I think the Nets are too talented. The Hawks, they have a lot of injuries. Chris Dunn is yet to play for them. They have a lot of guys on there. Who else? Chicago's not. They turn into the Magic. I didn't think that Vooch was going to be traded, and he ended up getting traded. And then I thought that he would help them so much because he was an all-star. But they haven't done as much as they could. The Pacers are falling down. They're going back up. The Heat, they've been dealing with a lot of stuff, and they kind of just need a bubble, I guess, to show what they can do. Other teams like the Wizards and the Raptors are coming back. They went from probably their season's done to Gary Trent came on, and now they are rejuvenated. So it's just that whole conference is just heavy up top, and then everyone else is down. So it's the first 3 or 4. It's honestly the first 3 seeds, because it's the Sixers, the Brooklyn Nets, and the Bucks. The other conference, the Western, I believe, the Western Conference, they are heavy everywhere. It's like the Timberwolves and the Thunder and the Rockets are not trying to win right now. Well, the Timberwolves are kind of trying to win, but they cannot. I don't think they can bring back up their games to make it to the play-in tournament, possibly. And it's just a whole mess of just like, because they have so much. The Blazers, who have made the playoffs, are like the 10th or the 9th seed. They're going to be most likely an 8th seed. The Mavericks are trying to come back. The Jazz are up in the top. The Suns, who have not been good for years, are now the 2nd seed. Clippers and Nuggets and Lakers. Clippers and Lakers are kind of going down as they just prepare for the playoffs. Nuggets are trying to win to get Jokic's MVP, to get him the wins so he can most likely win MVP. There are so many people, or so many teams. The Grizzlies and the Pelicans are trying to hop up in there too. It's like that conference is just so like stacked. Yeah, the Spurs are trying to get up in there too. They could win 2 or 3 games. The Kings are, I don't think they're gonna make it. That's a whole different video I can make. I have so many videos I can make now. I have a whole video I'm planning. I might write a script. I might research and do stuff, figure out maybe a good free editing software. I don't know. But I just hate the watermark. I might just get over that. I might just have to get over the watermark and just deal with it. But I have a video that I want to make about Ja Morant. It's not that he's washed or trash or a bust or anything. It's more about his play, and how I'm kind of, I guess, concerned for him. But stay tuned for that. Thank you all for watching. Peace out.